Hello everyone. Hazel here from sunny South Africa. Well, it's been a beautiful, gorgeous week with lovely, lovely weather. Very, very warm, sunny days, and I've been a little bit of a lizard. I have been sitting out in the sun. Now, today I'm on to something else. It's all going back to these lovely strips that Steph was making, and I was kind of following her along and doing a couple of things myself. As you recall, I also did some strips with the Zentangles. However, this is something different again. What I do need to do, no, we'll talk about that later. What I have is I do an awful lot of word puzzles and things like that because I feel that it's very good for my brain. It keeps it active and it makes me think. And from time to time, it inspires me with my stuff that I do. So what I've done now is I had a stack of puzzle magazines. We get these rather nice puzzle books that come out 4 times a year. Okay, so what I do is when I've finished doing the puzzles, or the puzzles that interest me, I tear out the answer pages and I'll show you what they look like. The crossword puzzles have these are the answers. You might have seen, some of you who've been subscribing to me for a while, that I did a page in the July Junk Journal challenge with words. I think that the prompt was word or words. So I put these together and made a complete background of the words in the puzzles. But what we've got here is we've got this, which makes a really cool background for so many things. I did these quite a long time ago. I don't think I did a video on them, but these are hidden paper clips. And what I did was I just used the puzzle answers as the background, stamped this flower, sketched in the leaves and the stem, and put it together and made a fridge magnet out of it. You'll see the strip of magnet on the back. It works beautifully. You can pop a little note to self and stick it on your fridge, and it works extremely well. I was giving them away to friends and that sort of thing as little gifts at one point. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I do with the answer pages. Then I tried something new the other day because I was watching Steph Howell and she was doing her strips, and I thought to myself, you know what, this could make quite an interesting background. So I just sat with my these are watercolor markers, which are not a very good idea because they do bleed. But this is another kind of puzzle. It's called a blockbuster, and you can see, you know, it's less invasive. It's not black, it's gray on the blocks that are not being used. So what I've done here is I just sketched in some flowers, and I thought, you know what, that looks rather cool. And from there I thought to myself, why don't I make strips with the background and then do the flowers? So I've started cutting, and I thought let's just have a look, and you can see what I did was I had a page like this, and I used my trimmer to cut out the white pieces, and then I just took my scissors and cut the extra bits of white away. Sorry, I forgot my glue stick. So what I'm going to do now, this one still has to be cut, but something interesting has come out of it, because gluing 3 of these together like this, let me just show you quickly. If I do that, this section is 21 centimeters, which is perfect because as you might have noticed, all my stuff is done A5 size, which is 21 centimeters. So let's glue these together, and then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just going to glue along the white strip, put one of those on top, line it up as well as I possibly can. Here we go, next one. Oops, a little bit off here. Let's just go back to the line. There we go. Let me just check that I've got it right. Yes, 21 centimeters from there. So that is perfect, because what I do now is I just cut this off. And there's my strip. I'm thinking that possibly, sorry, this one is a little bit, I need to trim this. I was in a bit of a hurry, methinks, and that is why I didn't get a nice, neat, straight line there. Okay, so what I would do here, let me just measure the width, because I've got a feeling, yes, you see, I normally do a strip of 4 centimeters, because this is a little bit too wide. This is 5.5 centimeters. So if I was to trim off 1.5 centimeters, I'd still have a nice little strip that I could possibly use to do some kind of a washi tape affair. So what would I do? Would I trim it now, or would I put color in? Oh, excuse the cat. Hold on a moment. Let me see if I wave my arms at him, if he will calm down. He's objecting because I have taken his little fluffy blanket off the couch, and he wants it back. Well, he can't have it. It's too hot. So there. he's a brat. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my pictures, and then I will trim it off and have a narrow strip. I think that will be quite smart. And you see here, these ones that I've just done on these blocks as an experiment, it's really not an issue, because, you know, this cut out would give us quite a nice piece for collage. So I'm not sorry about that either. Then something else that I have, you know, more answers, is Sudoku answers. Now, I don't do Sudoku because I do not have a mathematical brain of any kind whatsoever. However, these little solutions are quite nice. They are, sorry, I hope he's not disturbing you too much. He's just a spoiled brat. He's not in any pain or suffering. Okay, this is almost 2.5 centimeters, very, very close to 2.5 centimeters. And my idea with these is to maybe use them as a background for faux stamps. You know, I can do a little mock-up. I've got one wavy pair of scissors. I'm not sure how this is going to work, so let's just give it a try. I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to white out before I cut things, because then I'm not going to cut things wrong. It's going to take a little while. I'll have to put a couple of cuts, I think. We're going to kind of learn together, perhaps. Let's try this again. I'm quite sure that once I cut this, this half covered, well, it's almost completely covered writing, won't show. There we go. That I'm quite sure is fine. Okay, so these didn't really work because I was a little bit too hasty. So let's clear away a bit of the mess. Right, let's have another look at this. Why now? Yes, it is. So let's put this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to this is not going to show at all. There's just going to be a slight sort of faint mark that is not going to even be noticeable, that I'm positive. They're extremely noisy scissors. I hope the video app is making it go away. Okay, am I going to be able to get this out? I think so. Yes, I am. Here we go, clever me. Just got it on. Now this is the one where I'm not going to be able to use every single little cube, but I don't think that really matters. Or let's see. Oh, look, it's going to work. It's going to work, guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I've got some small stamps that might work for putting something interesting on here. So we shall look at that in a little while. Okay, so this is this is actually turning out exactly right. This video is also something of an experiment because the system that I'm using for editing has been upgraded and I'm completely lost. I don't know what I'm doing with it at the moment. So I'm going to talk to their AI assistant and do a bit of practicing so that I can go back to handling my videos more professionally. But I'm expecting to cut some of this away as I master the app again. So there we have our little thingies. We've got our strip for working on. We've got our example. And then what also is here, let's just clear this quickly, is more crossword puzzle answers, but bigger ones. You see, this is now quite a lot bigger. So that's also handy for using as a background for a tag or a journaling card or something similar. And then this one appeals to me simply because of the lovely pattern. You see, this has got a very attractive pattern, as has this one, and even this one. So I think I might play with this background using color and turn it into something quite interesting. But we'll work on that later. Okay, so now I need to get out my stamps, I think, and we'll come back to this. Well, I've started on the strip. I've done some little stamps. I've cut out these two pieces, which will do lovely for collage. The only trouble is these two are done with a set of watercolor markers, and I tested them and the colors do run. So I just have to remember not to try and put anything on top of these two. Then here, my little stamps. I found some small circles that I'd cut out with my circle punch, and I just had to cut them around a little bit smaller to turn them into little stamp thingies. I managed to find ones with tiny little illustrations on, so those three were quite cute. And then I have some more that I've just colored in so far, because I think I might be able to find a little something on a stamp of mine, or a stencil perhaps, just to put something onto those. But let's go back to this, because what I'm doing here now is I've put two different colors of orange onto the flowers, and now I just want to outline the petals, because that immediately brings it all to life. You know, especially with a background that's got print on it. It's There we go. See, that's going to be very cute. I'm rather liking this. Oh, I need to say thank you to my subscribers. I'm getting so excited. I seem to be getting so many subscribers all of a sudden. It's like I've suddenly been found, and I'm loving it. So, hello and welcome, and please enjoy my videos. Here we go. Alright, ladies and gents, I don't think we need to carry on with you guys having to watch this to the end, because it is rather repetitious. But that's the one I'm going to finish. And then this one, I'm doing shades of blue and purple, so perhaps I should just start it, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm up to. I think it's shades of blue and purple, or is it just shades of blue? I'll let you know right now. Let me just check. Okay, that's one shade of blue. Another shade of blue, very, very close. I think, no, I'm not going to do any more because I do feel, okay, well, it helps if you're not trying the brown. There's the purple. The blues are too similar. I'll have to look for something else. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, I went ahead and finished these all because I'd like to put this in my quickies playlist, I think. But what I've done here is, you can see I added some little tiny yellow daisies on the background here as well. And then I've sprayed them with coffee. You can see the difference between the white and the coffee sprayed, which I think just adds another dimension. And then this is the strips that I cut off, as you can see. So that's that one. This one I chose three different shades of blue with the yellow centers, and also cut into the strip. Sprayed this one with coffee, and it just underlines my discovery that watercolor markers don't like being sprayed. And then the finished little stamps with prices on them, 5 cents, 11 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, and then these ones yet to be decorated. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it entertaining. I did find it very helpful to do this with the assistance of AI, and I'm going to ask you to hit the like button if you liked what I've done. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. and of course the comments. Always welcome, always helpful. So until next time, we will see you again. Bye.